is going to burden me greatly until I finish the you know what I mean. Huh? The fuck? Oh god, no. Oh, thank god. Anyway. No, I would have never understood. I would never understood what they wanted me to do, so I'm glad I saw the answer. This isn't even pointing out a contradiction, you just point out what happened. The door and window. Fuck. I closed out Melon. If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used a gun and no one would have been the wiser. That's true. This courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were. However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot. Well, the windows and lobby number 1, 2, and the hallway were open, so naturally the people in those locations could hear it. Ah, but then why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose. Correct, that's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this. Why was that necessary in the first place? I would appeal it, Sir Miles. I demand satisfaction. Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was it? But the killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred in an earlier time than we thought. It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period. And fuck. And planned this crime out in advance. That person's the real killer. Investigation complete. Woo! Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, what is it? Miss Yu's asking for you. She's in the sleigh room. She said that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something. Looks like Miss Yu is still slaying hard. It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over. Oh, come along. I want to hear what she has to say. It would appear that the time has come. I just did that little thing where you... I don't know how to explain it. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth. September 11th, 2:15 p.m., Twin Towers. Kay, what are you doing here? Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating. The object you're looking for is already... Kay, don't mind him. Please, continue. Okay, you got it. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? That means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer. Any little task will do. Oh, you're more sympathetic. You're more sympathetic than I thought. Huh. I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Isn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already, don't you? You'll see, it all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see, we even have a view in the gallery, and why, even Mr. Bad's here. Viewer in the gallery, I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end, no matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there's no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must be without a doubt Detective Gumshoe, fucker. I mean, not Gumshoe, Detective Dick'n'Balls. And that's all you have? Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there's always time for rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? How absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. I don't know. It's probably you, Cassandra, or whatever your name was, Callisto. Aristocrats. Sans? Is that Sans? Oh my god, is that Sans from the hit 2015 game Undertale? Predicted 6 years in the past. Oh my god, they knew what Sans. Anyway, everyone, Sans the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? Also confirmed that there's no possible escape route from lobby number 2. Which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. But of course, there's no need to confront her logic head on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any fucking Donald Trump cards she has up her ass. No one knows what the word sans means in 2009. Be for fucking real. What the fuck does sans mean? What the fuck does sans mean? You'll learn in like 6 years. I don't want to wait. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway, Mr. Faraday's daughter. Yes, that is correct. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking. I see she's done her research well. Means that I should focus on drawing out whatever fucking fuck my ass. What floor is this on? What floor? I'm not cheating, I'm just curious. Is it like the second floor? Nope, it's on the third floor. I mean, I know that technically that gunshot wasn't even like a real gun, it was just a video, but you don't know, they could have a parachute. Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. The scratched eyebrows and the lines on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect. But isn't it possible that someone escaped and fucking... That's a stupid question, you know the answer. That's the first place everyone looked silly. Police aren't a bunch of lazy bums, they looked. Isn't that right? Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. I suppose they really did check everything. Where's your vocabulary? Where'd you get your dictionary? But no, don't ask her that. Where'd she get her dictionary? You may think it's unshakable, but to me there's still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed a gun in his hand? But you're the only one still wondering. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand he used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. Not about to let you get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. Besides, my first order of business is to press more shit out of her. How do I beat you to death? You absolutely positive? Of course I'm sure. Why are you so certain? This is a courthouse, a place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Fucking bitch. I suppose we really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about our argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. But I don't recall either Francisco or myself speaking with you about it. But there are witnesses. For you, there's your mentor. I see. As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma. I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or bailiff or anyone else. Wait, so basically the only reason Franziska bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, who had everyone's alibis before he was assigned to guard duty? What about him? We looked into what people were doing that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went in there. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene. The only person who could have committed the crime was Gumshoe. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard about that damn gunshot. Suppose if we go by your logic, then he is the only one. What if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time? And when you heard that, what then? That gunshot was a trap meant to fool you. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated? Oh, I'd love to. That tape? Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video. But I do. Which leads me to my next point. You're fucking not hot at all. I'd shove your ass in the garbage before I fuck you. Okay, but to be serious, murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I could think of, too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from his evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left it to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. Since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Gumshoe. Sounds from a television doesn't amount much here. Of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We knew about the soundproof quality. We knew about the soundproof quality of this courthouse's rooms, and we still do. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea till a little while ago. That's right, and if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we heard them clear as day. And that's it, end of story. But it's not. Should I explain why she was able to hear it? There is actually one common point between Lobby 1 and Lobby 2. And it's that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now, we know that the window in Lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in Lobby number 1 was also opened. It's probably just coincidence they were both open. It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was it opened? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause it to be open. And the person who triggered that action, that person's the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is... my father! It's my father! My father! My father killed someone. I have a feeling it's him. Timothy. It was my father. It was this dead guy. Why does Faraday's eyes look like they were scaled up in ibis paint? The hell? Why's she giving me that smirk? When you look at her from here, she looks like she got demons. It was my father! I mean, to be honest, I don't see anyone else it could be. Why does this guy look like he has Down syndrome? Hello, my fellow retarded people. Today we gonna get you cancelled. Well, no, if the killer knew about the knife, then they'd have to just be the Yatagarasu. I don't like this. My brain hurts and I'm gonna kill myself if I don't finish. Fuck this.
Honestly, I'm so tired. I just want to get this over with, so I just looked at the answer. You fucking did it! You fucking killed him. I hereby formally indict you for the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. What? What? I literally don't remember saying a cuss word! I don't remember that. What? You indict me? Are you serious, Marlis? Why do you think she's the killer? I don't understand the motive just yet, but of course I'm serious. Because she's the only one who could have done it. Well, unless do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. My argument must not be tight enough yet. Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. Guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? Rebuttaling the rebuttal. You argue that the window was opened, however, do you have proof it was I? Furthermore, do you have proof the tape was used? Frankly, I'm shocked at you going around accusing people of murder like this. Here's the answers. Yes and yes. This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second or the truth will blow away. Now's the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. I'm gonna shove those earrings up your ass. Why, I do. Where is it? Oh, Kay stole it. My bad. I don't. I did. The fuck? I do, fucker. Evidence, all I need to do is have some prints analyzer we'd know straight away. Be my guess. She sounds as though she has the room to maneuver, which means even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else, but why that someone else is forced to open the window? It's a simple logic. No, but I have proof you made someone else do it. I presented the makeup, by the way. Makeup, perfume. I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss You? Ah, that's where I find that I knew you were into wearing that. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know. What? This is mine? That's right, it's mine, and I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Miss you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much for sure. That this bottle of perfume was given to Detective Bad by you. Because it gets really strong really fast. So what about it? While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of it. It's according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. You also knew that if you spilled it, you would naturally move to open a window. Come now, I've already told you, that's just a big coincidence. When we opened the window, I just left it open. Maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard it. The gunshot, that is. The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. The most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. But the more would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean... Miss you? You were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. You saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. That's correct? All of today's premeditated events could have only been thought up by you, Miss You. Ugh. Huh. You accused me of murder on the fact I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed her. She can't testify as to why. Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really, but I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Why, it couldn't be me, 'cause I fucked your mom. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bar of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. In any case, it simply couldn't have been me. Wrong, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Miles' testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. If I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. I'm safe standing, even though this is not going to give me a penalty. I'm just curious. At this rate, she'll inevitably escape. If she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu, maybe you weren't aware whether the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? Drawing the truth out of her, that's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something he had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside his bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key. Unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. Did you really think you could trap me? Come on now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might depend what you just said? Sure. Why not? Leave it say as many times as you like. You can't kill anyone with a key. 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 Can't kill anyone with my asshole either. Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me? This is a picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, the art may look like a key at first glance. It in fact has a secret ability to transform into a knife, which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarazu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. With the Yatagarazu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the key. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, it could be lame for all I know. You would even now still feign ignorance. I'm not feigning anything, but we can't have you accuse me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Actually, do I fucking hate him. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? But, of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yalagaratsu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of the law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, there's something that the Yalagaratsu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I also forgot. Also told me about it turning into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how it actually transforms. What you're saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about it. For within these patients, he mentions nothing about a knife. I'm not sure you would have written everything in his organizer, you know. Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication? Let me see your molars, Edgeworth. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, that's also impossible, because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. Which would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realizes the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to think that I also know how you know the real nature. Do you know? Well, why don't you put your money up your ass and show me? Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that damn smile off your face. This is it, the moment of truth. Secret behind the key. Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. You would know from the start? The Yatagarasu himself! Biggest plot twist ever. There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature. And that is the person who sent the Yatagaratsu's key. That is to say, the Yatagaratsu herself. Are you saying Sessy's lawyer is the great thief, Yatagaratsu? Miss Yu, you used Mr. Relu and Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this? Who would have thought that you, the stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I snaked into some place. You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me, Callisto Yu. Callisto Yu, huh? That's not my real name. It's my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagaratsu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of the law. Made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. Once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off. Threw my plan into a complete mess. Chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves to only two things: money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I let them continue on the way they were, it would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. Well, didn't you say that you despised criminals? But do I really? Have you forgotten about the KGA incident too? Maybe. What sort of woman would... So then was it your plan to kill him with the very evidence you sent? Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. If a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who the hell in their right mind thinks something like this could be a weapon? Actually, you probably could impale someone with the other side. I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had a talk with Mr. Faraday. In order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key, just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need to kill Mr. Rao. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they killed each other. Then the trick of the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. After all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? How could you betray a client? Client? Do you want to talk about who was a client of whose first? It was me. I was the client in the murder of the Cardopian Embassy staff member, Deed Man. You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Man? I had Deed Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. How could this? You don't mean you're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. So Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. Yatagarasu is just another killer. Be quiet, you. Yatagarasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. Hey, Edgeworth, did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? You know why that is? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Oh, damn, we're gonna die. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Hannah Gloss's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. Ugh, you mean that key was your real target? Huh. And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Because you may regret what comes of your negligence. Fucking shit. You two, get down. My body, I can't move. I can feel the horizons fading. Hey, mister, to your right. Holy shit. Yeah? Are you alright, Francisca? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot. September 11th. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. Called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bat, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay, just got another hole in my jacket. He may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Von Karma, are you two her? I'm absolutely fine. I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know, she just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and... Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? Detective Bad, sir? Sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir, it's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops. Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. That was a terrible accent. And take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday. Godspeed. Thanks a bunch, girl. You're the best. You're not going to be saying that in about 2 months. Well, not 2 months, in about 2 years. Probably 10, actually. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Why has the judge got depression? He ain't got his antidepressants. I can't believe how much trouble that caused you in my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, it was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf.
Yeah. I can't believe I was about to get fired in my first week as a detective.
Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me.
She did? Oh, what is it?
What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of her friendship? I gotta search up the answer. I cannot tell this because it's epic lore. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
It's the courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it?
Yes, it's the present meant for you after all.
Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now.
Sure, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiment touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy, it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him.
Whoop, that was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I've got a faint pain myself. Hey, wait, where is she?
He only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him.
Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I'm gonna be as loose as a leaky diaper.
I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what's happened to Papa. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective.
Roger, sir. Don't you worry, I'm just getting this case run real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. That's when I met Feeney. The detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Dickon Bowles. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I've tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he's caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are now. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Oh, it's the Craven! Oh, it's the Javin! Why did I say Craven? Whatever, it's the Javin. Oh. So, do you remember now? Yes, I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while.
Hey, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me.
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Golly, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, was that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright.
So, does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and... Actually, there's still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay.
Huh?
First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu's Callisto you, the woman who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
Mr. Faraday was a Yatagarasu?
Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. But that's impossible. What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright then, how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing? Yeah, that's the little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagaratsu's greatest secret. And the stole gizmos used by my father.
Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor. He was a really great thief, huh?
Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagaratsu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagaratsu's been spotted again recently. Someone other than you. Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. The Yatagaratsu sent the embassy a calling card. Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto you lady's behind this. Because the real Yatagaratsu would never send something like a gaudy card out. The Yatagaratsu did send a white card along with everything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if my memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you're saying that I have your father misuse identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace.
I'm almost done. I'm reading my visual novel. I'm almost done with this chapter. Okay.
Kay?
Curry, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal.
Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit.
Mr. Edgeworth. You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now?
Mr. Edgeworth, what I want for you is not to steal something, but I want is the arrest of that evil woman. That evil woman? You mean Callisto you? I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Mr. Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean... Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Not worse than the L6, though. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to steal your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth,
you.
Mr. Mitchell still here? Isn't that great, Kay?
Yeah, it so is coming.
Even though we had forgotten about her until just now. What is with their chummy relationship? A great Fifi Garatsu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burn Faraday, Callisto U, and Kay Faraday. What the hell? The phantasmagorically. How you fucking? The phantasmagorical. The phantasmagor. How do you? Phantasmagorically changing. Anyway, the phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagaratsu, and Yatagaratsu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay, which we'll learn about later. The end. Go to hell and die.